Welcome, travelers, to High Fantasy. I'm Brett. I clapped and I shouldn't have clapped. You got me clapping. I need my herb pouch. Daddy's been paying for my salt.
This
I'm part of the poop patrol, ma'am.
And I'm Emily. But I'm like, don't make the robots.
Don't make the robots
crunch. I would speak with dinosaur in a second. I have beef with DC. It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
Join us on our epic world-spanning adventures. Armed with only a bit of long-bottom leaf, we will delve into some of the most amazing worlds of imagination that have ever existed. Before we get into that, don't forget to check out our Patreon if you want to support the channel. And without further ado, let's get into it.
You can clap. You can.
Yay! All right, everybody, welcome back to High Fantasy. I'm Brett.
And I'm Emily.
And today, without further ado, let's get into today's topic.
Hold on really quickly.
The latest Martha, you buddy. That's her stirring her long bottom leaf drink.
Anyways. Today's topic, I don't know what we're talking about at all.
So, today's topic, I'm going to set the scene for you.
Do it. Set it hard, set it fast, set it long, set it strong.
You sit in a seat on a plane flying over the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, I have an idea of what this is now.
A box sits in front of you. As you look outside in the beautiful ocean view, it is approaching nighttime, starting to be sunset, not quite there, until something goes wrong. There is a problem with the engine. Fire. The plane's going down. In the ocean.
Not in the ocean.
Oh no, not the ocean.
Okay, now this could be one of several things.
A lighthouse, or what looks to be a lighthouse, some form of man-made tower, the only structure visible in the distance, other than the currently sinking plane.
Ooh.
We swim towards it, and we are greeted with a little introduction here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a little bit of a bit here, and I think this is gonna be kind of fun. So the year, the 1940s.
Okay.
As we enter this tower, we are greeted by not this nice of an introduction, but this is what I'm gonna go with.
Oh, okay, for sure.
All right. Well, hello there, sport.
Sorry.
Are you tired of the government taking your paychecks and your hard-earned wages? You tired of Uncle Sam taking your hard-earned dough?
I was not ready.
But you don't want to go over to the old Reds? Look no further, pal. A new innovation by Andrew Ryan right here in this very area. A brand new paradise. Rapture. Tired of the fog and pollution? Not a problem down here, pal.
What is this game? I'm so lost now. I thought I had an idea and I don't.
All right. So we are going to be talking about BIOSHOCK today.
BIOSHOCK! I had a feeling that was one of my options. At first you said airplane, I was like, Sons of the Forest. And then you started talking in that accent, I'm like, is it BIOSHOCK?
So
incredible. Well done. 10 out of 10.
Thank you so much. We are going to be talking about BIOSHOCK. Now, BIOSHOCK, first BIOSHOCK, follows the player character John.
Okay.
As his plane crashes in the Pacific Ocean in the 1940s.
Okay.
He swims towards a tower. He finds the only sanctuary from, the shark the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Especially sun's going down, nowhere else to go. You're kind of limited on options here. So, which is obviously the game's intent. Now, this game takes a lot of different inspiration from many actual people in real life.
Okay.
One of them even being Walt Disney.
Mr. Disney?
So, we are going to be venturing into a pod And this pod will take us down to the greatest innovation that the world has ever seen. The city of Rapture.
Okay.
Created by business Mongol Andrew Ryan in the 1940s. Basically, he didn't like the government.
Who does, sweetie?
He didn't like communism. He didn't like capitalism. In a lot of ways, he wanted a place where invention, ingenuity, all things like that could run unhampered. No laws, no restrictions. But the problem was this utopia was for the elite, with no government to control or petty morality.
Okay.
So, in a place like this, things like art and culture could be expressed, and you could check anything without the problem of the government telling you you can't do it, or it wasn't patriotic, or it wasn't good, blah, 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 blah.
This is sounding really good on the surface, but I don't feel like it actually maybe is fully great.
What makes you think that?
Oh, well,
Freedom
I don't
unchecked?
know.
Now, the problem with this is unless Andrew Ryan needed to intervene with a particular problem, he mostly stayed hands off, other than the fact that he was, in large parts, still a businessman. Like, he had his hands in a lot of pies. And for the most part, this place worked out pretty well. It had its own police, it had its own, like, citizens, like, all that fun stuff, and it worked kind of like its own nation.
Okay.
Under the waves.
So it's all underwater.
This all was built in the Pacific Ocean. At the bottom of the Pacific Ocean was the city of Rapture.
That's cool. That's cool as balls.
Yes, very cool, very neat, very fun looking.
I would never live there. I couldn't. Fuck the ocean. But that's pretty cool.
Yes, like we have whole cities, towns, cars, all this stuff down there. It's like a giant city, kind of like New York, but underwater.
Okay.
So you have skyscrapers and you have big domes and like tunnels and stuff filled with air, all this crazy stuff. And it wasn't just the social elite. There were people that were required to maintain the tunnels and maintain, and like run shops and businesses and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was kind of branded to get very wealthy individuals down there that had a lot of money to throw around so that they could explore any kind of options that they wanted to. Now, without the hampering of the U.S. government or any other political bodies, a lot of crazy shit happened down here.
I would assume so.
But
people are fucked sometimes.
Status quo ran mostly as normal, other than the fact that art and like theater and stuff started to take some very interesting turns. Like there were people down here writing plays and performing these crazy, blah 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 blah. But it all kind of culminated with the scientific discovery of a new, I think it was like a element kind of thing. It's called atom.
Okay.
Now, atom leads to the creation of plasmids. So atom is a potent gene-altering substance made from sea slugs found at the ocean floor.
Okay.
Atom leads to the creation of plasmids, mutagenic serums that give superpowers, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, so on and so forth. Now, this is kind of a crazy bit here because you know how like a lot of things are marketed in the 1940s where it's almost exactly like I was reading it where it's like, hey, buddy. Well, so were plasmids.
Okay.
But only, once again, in Rapture. This led to a big influx of like people wanting to do this. Now, this information was not widely spread throughout the world that they had figured out how to do this.
Yeah, this is like the in the know type of thing. Where
Exactly.
It's like this rich guy and the Rapture is like, hey, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. but commercials were even made about these products. And through the different experimentation, they figured out how to basically put these powers in a bottle.
Cool. Cool.
So you could have pyromancy at your fingertips, the ability for your body to actively emit flames whenever you chose so without hurting yourself or any negative effects. And of course, it was like very chibi and very like, it showed a lonely woman on a street corner with an unlit cigarette, and a gentleman comes up with his swanky suit and he lights her cigarette with his thumb.
It's kind of like the Fallout posters.
Exactly.
The Fallout, like
yes.
the poster boy.
Exactly that. So a bunch of commercials were coming out for these different kinds of plasmids. Now the thing is, these plasmids would become very addictive.
Okay.
Atom was a substance that was kind of brought about in Rapture that was like, well, you don't really have the FDA telling you that you can and cannot do something.
No, nobody's
nobody's,
because we're free here.
Yeah, we're free here. Yeah. So human testing, that's fully on the table. Like, they made leaps and bounds in scientific technology, weapons technology, all kinds of fun things down here that were not necessarily allowed above on the surface. And they were kind of going on beneath the waves where nobody knew what was happening.
It's like the dark side of Reddit was told they could do whatever they want.
Yes, exactly. Now, to protect and isolate Rapture, Ryan outlaws any contact with the surface world.
Who?
Andrew Ryan, the guy who made this place.
That's right. You said his name before, and I remember it.
Yes, Andrew Ryan. So keep that in mind because he'll come up a lot. Andrew Ryan outlaws all contact with the surface world. So they're not getting goods anymore. You can't have people come visit. You can't contact relatives if they're still up there. None of that. They're not getting anything at all from them, and they're not exporting anything at all from them. So the surface world has no idea we have superpowers down here in Rapture now.
Okay.
At all. Unless there's maybe like a couple people, like you said, in the know that know kind of what's going on with Rapture. But
like, my cousin told me that he was going to this underwater city to become a superhero, and I haven't heard from him in 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of, it becomes a big problem because now they're having to do everything down there. They're having to grow all of their food underwater. They're having to like produce all of their clothes underwater. And a lot of the things that they already had, he's a businessman. He knows what people need. He made sure things were stocked before he made this move. He's kind of a genius.
Okay.
So he made sure that there were surpluses of stuff and things like that. So it wasn't too crazy. But you now have a vast majority of the people that are down here are very wealthy, very elite. And they're not allowed to do a lot of things that some people might have been allowed to do before. So it kind of creates an interesting problem. Now, because of wealth discrepancies, they grow, and a criminal, Frank Fontaine, rises to power selling illegal contraband. And with doctors Bridget Tannenbaum and Yi Suchong, he starts his own plasmid research.
Interesting. So he's basically smuggling stuff from the regular world because it's like, oh, you want your favorite bottle of 1964 brandy?
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's future time, not before day.
Yeah.
1899
yeah,
wine.
1899 wine. Yeah, Frank Fontaine's got you. Don't you worry about it. Now, this guy's very mafioso type. So he's very much like, I do a favor for you, you do a favor for me. And he really starts getting in with the working class people, being like, all those people up in Ryan's penthouses, fuck those guys.
They don't think about you.
They don't think about you.
They don't care about the little guy. Mm-hmm. Who's growing their food?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, but Frankie Fontaine, he's got you, don't you worry. And so he would regularly show up and get the favor of the regular working class people by pulling that, like, I'm on your side. Yeah, what we're doing is illegal, but hey, we gotta survive, don't we? It's us against them. Fuck the rich. So
I like him.
All he had to say was that he's got you hooked already. All right. And like I said, with these doctors on his payroll, he starts his own interest kind of into the plasmid research because, let's be honest, if you got a bunch of goons that can throw fireballs, it's a little bit more effective than the average street thug.
Yeah.
Now this is extremely handy, excuse me, as Adam becomes more and more addictive and highly more used, and demand skyrockets. Fontaine secretly mass produces Adam through slugs implanted in the bellies of orphaned girls nicknamed Little Sisters.
He's smuggling he's smuggling these plasmoids in literal little tiny children.
Into kids.
Oh, you could have been cool, Fontaine.
Could have been.
You could have down with the rich, not implanting orphans with.
Yeah, so Frank Fontaine is basically, he has now amassed a criminal empire big enough to fully rival Andrew Ryan. So Ryan and him are kind of in a deadlock for who gets control over Rapture, because Ryan has the wealthy social elites, and Fontaine has the like working class kind of people. And just general like people trying to get by and trying to survive in a world where they're not allowed to really do much right down here.
Yeah.
So with Ryan's ban on contraband items allowing Fontaine to gain power, they now kind of sit in a power deadlock.
If you just never stopped import, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. If he had kind of let it go the way it should have, but he was like, no, my genius has allowed this to happen. I created the future. I put all of these people together. If we let people know about this on the surface, they're going to want to tax it, and they're going to want to put limitations on it, and they're going to want to do all this stuff to it. I'm not going to allow it.
It's the problem.
So
not wrong.
He's like, if we let the government know that we have superpowers, they're going to want it. And so he's like, no, I can't let it happen. So he wants to keep Rapture, And so like he's like, I made this, and I'm not going to let it be corrupted by those suits in Washington, or the Communist Party, or blah blah blah. So he's like, no, this is going to be mine. It's my thing. Now, a couple crazy things happen that kind of changes the power dynamic in Rapture.
Okay.
Frank Fontaine is killed in a shootout between him and the police.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Upon his death, good old Andrew Ryan shows up and seizes all of his assets. Everything. So there's also a huge gang war going on right now between things called splicers. Now these are people who are like humans that have been genetically altered with these formulas and tonics. So you have like Frank Fontaine and his boys, and you have Ryan and his guys, and it's literal street war with superpowers.
But Fontaine is dead at this point.
But Fontaine has just now died.
Okay.
And so all of his enterprises are up for grabs by Andrew Ryan, baby. Oh, yeah. He's got it all. He took that big store of Adam that he has. He knows about the Little Sisters now. Those are under his control. He's got guns. He's got guys. It's like he's basically taking over fully.
Yeah, he's winning. Mm-hmm. He's winning.
And because they found out eventually that Little Sisters can kind of smell the Adam on people. They can kind of smell it out like dogs. And they develop these syringes that have the ability to extract Adam from corpses. And since it's so high in demand, and there's a lot of these superhero-esque people dying on the streets, Ryan comes up with an idea.
Okay.
I'm going to market these.
The syringes?
The Little Sister collection squads. So what they do is these little girls with these slugs in their bellies go out with these syringes, and they go to like recent fights, battlefields, essentially.
Yeah.
And they collect the Adam from the corpses. This works great. Adam collection is at an all-time high. Supply for the people is going up. Fantastic. Except, remember how there are those wage gaps?
Yeah.
And you have like the wealthy who are mostly Ryan's boys,
Uh-huh.
they're getting their demands met.
But not anybody
Not many
else.
of the poor people are. So, this leads to attacks on the Little Sisters. People are actively, like, mugging them for these syringes full of Adam, which leads Andrew Ryan to his next course of action. A new security force that will accompany the Little Sisters on their gathering explorations.
Okay.
Now, these guys are called Big Daddies.
I don't love that that's their name when the other ones are called Little
Yep.
Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, but I...
Oh, yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad. You should not like it. It's not good.
This doesn't feel good. This feels bad.
Now, the Big Daddies are genetically altered humanoid, like large humans, who have been surgically grafted into armored dive suits.
Oh.
So they're little more than animals for the most part. Like, these are like guard dogs. These diving, they walk around, they're very clunky, very heavy. They're kind of like their own little moving tank. A lot of them have weapons that are kind of grafted onto their arms, such as the iconic drill arm attached to most of the Big Daddies that you'll see. Some of them have, like, heavy guns, etc., etc.
So you're telling me that Big Daddy's equipped with a tool? Sorry.
Oh my goodness. And once again, this works wonders. So the Little Sisters are able to go collect the Atom with their new protector, the guy who goes around with them, keeping them safe, and they collect this. Now, there are holographic logs that, or not holographic logs, but kind of like recorded logs, like audio logs, that state that maybe Andrew Ryan wasn't using just orphans for this either.
Oh, no.
And that there are parents who see their daughter who went missing.
Oh, no.
With
Andrew
one of those
Ryan,
guns.
No.
And they tried to go up to her and she didn't even recognize them.
Oh, no.
So you remember that doctor I told you about that was under Frank Fontaine's employ? Her name was Bridget Tannenbaum.
Yeah.
She was in charge of the Little Sisters program, and she was a scientist from the Soviet like era kind of people.
Okay.
And so she was very adept at brainwashing.
Of course
One of the reasons she was put in charge of this. So she's like got this very heavy accent. And she's, they maybe did some not great, things over in the communist area too that taught her a thing or two.
Very Russian.
Very, yes. And she like always, anytime you see her in the game, she's like smoking a cigarette every single time.
Because as we all know, every Russian is a chain smoker.
Every single one. Canonically.
If you're Russian and listening to this, we see you.
We see you.
We're just kidding. We're just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
Don't stick your grizzly bear on us.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Now, she was in charge of Little Sisters program. She actually has a soft spot for these children, and she didn't really love doing this.
Yeah.
But
she did it anyway, so that's not a good excuse.
Exactly. She harmed children. That's a bad thing. So, things are kind of not going super great because she is still under the now employ of Andrew Ryan instead of Frank Fontaine. So now things are going more status quo towards the rich, and we have even more problems with the impoverished. So a new hero rises up in the working class ranks, a real champion of the people.
Please tell me he's actually a good guy.
This guy is an Irishman.
Yes.
Named Atlas.
Does this make you happy?
It made me very happy. His name is Atlas. And basically, he fully understands the problems that the working class are going through.
Yeah.
And it's very much a down with the rich, fuck these guys. And
rich.
he's got the entirety of the workforce behind him. All of these, like, he's a down-home kind of dude. He's got his own family that he's trying to take care of and feed. Like, he's literally the dude that's working up on those steel beams that are making New York.
City.
He's that guy. And he's got the whole workers' union behind him. Now, he starts becoming a real pain for Ryan.
Oh, I wonder why.
Because he starts leading raids. And they start taking back the city. And much like Frank Fontaine, he has now made a force large enough again to rival Andrew Ryan.
Is he actually chill though?
We're gonna get to this. So let me finish the story. Let me talk about it.
Let him cook. Let him cook. I just want to know if the Irishman is chill or not. The Irishman is always bad. If there's ever a chill Irishman, he always ends up evil. Every time.
This all culminates in 1958. Or like 55, 58, something around there, where Atlas leads a rebellion force against Ryan's main compound.
Okay.
This fight would culminate in the destruction of Rapture.
Okay.
Killing most of the inhabitants. And the ones who aren't killed are now running around as crazy splicers who are so addicted to Adam that they've lost their minds. And they are literally just murderers.
Yeah.
These aren't people. These are just murderers. So this was the final fight. This was the final war. And after that, no one heard anything about Rapture or what was going on. Until our character, John, in 1960, his plane crashes right outside of Rapture.
Oh, jeez. What luck.
What luck. So, not many people alive left in Rapture, especially not many that are still, like, sane. There's a lot of people still alive, but a lot of them are splicers now. So they're just crazy, like, pyromancer throwing, like, it's nuts.
I throw fireballs.
Yes. So we get in this submersible pod and we go down and we're greeted by Andrew Ryan's introduction to Rapture, where he talks about, is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the men in Washington. It is entitled to us. No, says the Communist Party. It belongs to everyone. But here in Rapture, a man is entitled to the sweat of his brow and the work on his back. And so it's basically like, you keep what you earn.
Yeah.
Here. Whereas in everywhere else, everybody else wants a piece of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, taxes from, like, the U.S., or you have communist,
Everybody gets everything.
Yeah, everybody gets everything. It's like, it belongs to everybody. So, basically, he wanted this to be this like paradise. Didn't exactly turn out that way. And he also kind of wanted it for the rich, which is like, that's not great. It's not an everybody kind of thing.
He wanted it for people like him.
Yeah, exactly. For the rich entrepreneurs, the strong will survive. So, upon getting down here, you are contacted over your terminal by a man named Atlas.
Oh, he's gonna be the big bad evil guy in the end!
Who's enlisting your help because his family is trapped in one of the pods. He's trying to get out of Rapture, and he's trying to get his family out as well.
The little voice that speaks to you through the entire game always ends up being the bad guy.
So, and we've talked about this a little bit before too. So, a little bit about kind of what's going on.
Yeah, we've played a little bit of it together. Like, I've seen the Little Sisters but I don't really remember any of the story or anything.
So this is kind of like the introduction to the game. You find a pipe wrench on the ground. This will forever be your melee weapon in the game. You end up getting your first plasmid, which lets you, it kind of alters your genetic code to that of an electric eel. But it lets you shoot lightning out of your hand.
Lightning fingers.
And as you go through the game, you'll get more and more different abilities, pyromancy, telekinesis.
That is very fun.
It's very, very fun. And with each one you find, there's a little video that goes along with it. Like I told you about the guy lighting the girls. Yes. Some of these abilities can be used in combination with things, i.e. there's a room filled with gas. Snap your finger and boom. If there is a bunch of guys standing in a puddle of water, zap.
Zap.
Exactly, you're getting it. So you get guns and you can upgrade them as a whole thing, because once again, back from Frank Fontaine's days, he was smuggling in all kinds of weapons as well, like pistols, machine guns, things like that shouldn't necessarily have been there. Think mafioso kind of Tommy gun stuff.
Thanks, Fontaine, for giving us guns.
Yes. And as you progress through these levels, you will also find little sisters. Now, the first little sister that you find, you are approached. Basically, Atlas tells you to kill her. She's crazy. She's, hopped up on Adam. She, the best thing you can do is kill her, get the Atom, so you can learn new skills and abilities and stuff to help keep you alive. Because she's just a little murderer. Until another person shows up with a different alternative.
Oh, is it the scientist?
Bridget Tannenbaum
I called it,
shows
bitches.
up with a new plasmid that allows you to extract the slug from the bellies of the little sisters and remove the brainwashing effect that they have on them, turning them back into little girls.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. If they wake up and they're like, "Where's mommy and daddy? The entire world is dead, and I'm a child."
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. So she begs you to save these little girls instead of murdering them.
Oh, does somebody feel bad now?
She does. She does indeed.
Somebody have regrets?
And she says that she doesn't have anything to give you right now, but if you keep helping these little girls, she will do her best to make it worth your while. So, you can either kill these little sisters for a bunch of Atom, which lets you upgrade your abilities way faster, get new abilities way faster, etc., etc., or you can save them and occasionally find little gifts and treasures that Tannenbaum is leaving for you.
God, I feel like I would want to save them, but what do you do after that? Just let them roam in an underwater city by themselves with literally zero supervision?
So if you save them, each one of them goes into a tube for the little sisters, and they end up with Tannenbaum, so she keeps them safe.
That's rough because I don't like her because she did it to them in the first place.
And we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this more in a minute too, because there is more to go into about that.
Okay.
But you go through here and basically you find the submersible pod with Atlas's family in it, and Ryan sinks it. He kills them.
As you get there?
You have to watch it happen.
No.
And you get to hear him scream in anguish as he watches his family die.
You literally do all of that for nothing?
For nothing.
I hate games like this.
So, with nothing left to lose, Atlas and you go on a kick to kill Andrew Ryan.
Bunch of bullshit, but at least Atlas isn't a bad guy. I was waiting for him to be the bad guy.
So through each one of the levels, you kind of have to progress, and you find the little sisters, you find the big daddies, and it'll actually tell you, which is kind of cool, how many are on each level. There's a bunch of secrets to find. Super fun game. I highly recommend it for anybody who likes first-person shooters. It's super great. But you finally get through, and you get to Andrew Ryan.
Yeah.
You get up to his suite, his penthouse, right, where he's been ruling over everybody. And there's not a whole lot of people around that are still sane. He is still sane.
Oh. Is Atlas still sane too?
And, well, Atlas has been talking to you this whole time via, a little robot.
Yeah,
that's
but is
kind
he
of been...
still... I guess it's...
The splicers don't really talk. So, the splicers can't... They can talk, but it's not really a conversation. It's... They do some really messed up stuff. What was it? It's like an old Bible thing, but it's basically super creepy. It's about lambs. They do it. They talk about it. It's super creepy. But they're not mentally there. None of them are. You find a doctor who's a splicer, And his whole thing is he's been like carving up people. He's like, I'm making them beautiful. I'm making them look. They're so perfect now, and he's just carving up bodies.
Okay, cool.
You find a conductor who was like in charge of the play, and he's insane. He's like, look at my dolls. Look at them. They're so perfect, and he's like literally turning people into statues.
Oh.
And he's like, they're so perfect now. They couldn't hold the pose before, but now they can. Now they can forever. And so he's just insane. So, like, anybody who's able to hold a normal conversation with you is not
cool.
One of those guys.
Nailing it. I get it now.
So, and Andrew Ryan this whole time has been telling you, like, you have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea why you're here. You just leave. Just get back in that pod, go back up to the surface, and leave. And you can, but you can't really leave because you're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so what's he expecting you to do? So anyway, so you get up to his office, and he's just waiting for you. He's just waiting for you. He's got his hands clasped behind his back, and he's looking out his window with the view of Rapture. And it's a very iconic scene.
Mm-hmm.
And you get there, it's a very, like, tense moment, and he says, would you kindly have a seat? And your character sits down. Like, it forces you to sit down. And he's like, I'm going to tell you something. Something that I learned very young in my life. And that's that a man chooses what he does. But a slave obeys. And most of the time, that is what people are. They are slaves. Not many men left alive in this world. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
What the...
So, like, he's destroyed the robot that Atlas has been talking to you through, so it's just you and Ryan. And for some reason, you are obeying him like a lapdog.
This is the DM saying, no, you can't interrupt my
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So he's like, he basically goes into why he created Rapture, talks about the morals and stuff of why he did it, which is mostly what I already explained.
It's
like,
bullshit.
You know,
it's
a bunch of bullshit. He's a lying piece of shit. But, you know, he honestly believes what he's saying, which I think makes it worse. But it's like, dude, you made a world for the rich. But anyway, so he tells you, he's like, I know I'm gonna die. And I knew I was gonna die from the second you stepped foot in here. But I'm going to go out on my terms, not on the terms of someone else. And remember, a man chooses, and a slave obeys. So he says, would you kindly pick up that golf club? And so you go and you over to the side of his desk and pick up a golf club. He says, good. Would you kindly hit me? And you hit him with the golf club. And he tells you over and over again, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Would you kindly do this? Beat me to death. And you do. You beat him to death with a golf club. And then some things start to click in your mind. As this is happening and as this is like done, the entire time you've been going through here, every time Atlas needed you to do something, he always said, would you kindly, before he asked you to do it.
I'm upset. I'm upset about this.
Now we get to the big reveal of the game. So, Atlas's security drones come through. They're so happy that you've managed to kill the, Andrew Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, would you kindly sit there while my drone shoots you to death, Boyle? God damn it, I knew it! You are saved, however, by Bridget Tenenbaum, who deactivates the security, saves you in the nick of time, ends up pulling you out and undoing the brainwashing that has caused your character to listen every time you are issued an order with the phrase, would you kindly?
This is so upsetting.
She also removes another code word which would have stopped your heart. Yep. And you remember something. You remember that package that you were holding in the very beginning on the plane, and the note that you were reading. The phrase, "Would you kindly?" Your character remembers opening the box. Inside the box is a gun. You hijacked the plane. You caused the plane to go down over the Pacific. Everything that has felt like a choice this whole game has just been played out by Atlas.
That mother. I just hearing it, just like knowing that that's what it is so upsetting. I couldn't imagine playing an entire game and being told, actually, you chose nothing.
Yep.
You didn't do anything based on. Oh, this is so upsetting.
Now, to the big reveal.
Uh-huh.
Atlas is not Atlas at all. Atlas is Frank Fontaine, baby. That's
Frank
right.
Fontaine!
I faked my death, and who's back as the hero of the people? It's me, baby. Frankie Fontaine. Yep, he lied. He faked his death. Even Andrew Ryan thought he was dead the whole time. Not only that, he paid Andrew Ryan's mistress to basically get pregnant with Andrew Ryan's DNA, bought the embryo off of her, paid Tannenbaum to grow, like hyper accelerate the growth of this kid, and make sure that they were implanted with all of that crazy mind control shit. It's you! You're how he got past all of his biometric locks! He used you as the ultimate thing to kill him! Oh yeah!
What?
This whole time! It
Fontaine!
was Fontaine, baby!
My mind is blown!
It was me, Frankie Fontaine, the whole time!
That's the best twist I've ever heard in my life!
Frank Fontaine. So he is not indeed Atlas, the good, fun-loving family man, workman's hero, Scottish. No, it was all bullshit. A whole identity created and crafted so he could control the working masses and throw them against Andrew Ryan.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's insane. What a twist!
What a twist!
It was Fontaine the whole time?
It's Fontaine all time, baby.
He got his comeuppance?
So,
wow.
Atlas, i.e. Fontaine, now you know who he is. And now he's trying to take over Rapture fully, baby. Like, Ryan's dead. He's got nobody standing in his way. He's got it all. And he's planning on taking it to the surface. And he's gonna rule the surface, baby. Oh, man. He's gonna get his goons. He's got his superpowers in a bottle. He's ready to go.
Nothing can stop him.
All packaged up and ready to go to the surface with all of the crazy technology that Rapture has invented over the years. Oh yeah. Screw the US. Screw the Communist Party. He's gonna rule it all. Him and his splicer people. So, the only thing standing in his way is you.
And you want your comeuppance.
And you want to give him his whoopings. So, now we get into the final boss fight. And he tries to pay you off. He tries to, like, hey, no hard feelings. It's just business, kid. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, you're like, fuck you. Now, there are two endings. One of these is canonical and one of these is not.
Okay.
The little sisters help you in this fight.
Oh.
By going up to him with those little guns and draining the atom from him.
Oh, that's so good.
And so he's in the middle of absolutely whooping your ass.
When the little sisters like...
Exactly. Comes up and just sticks it in his thigh and just like... And then he's like, ah, and it weakens him. And so because he has juiced himself up with so many plasmids,
yeah.
so much atom, he is ready to go. He is literally unkillable.
He's crazier than all the rest of the splicers combined.
Crazier than all the rest of them. So, no matter what, you beat Frank Fontaine, and now you're left with a choice. Depending on what you chose to do, this is how this will end. If you chose to save all the little sisters, eventually what it shows is, and Tannenbaum kind of narrates all of this, a bunch of pods go up to the surface. You've saved all the kids.
That's good.
You get
I like
them.
that.
You get them back up out of Rapture, and you even adopt 5 of these girls.
Oh.
And it shows your character in his bed as he dies of old age, surrounded by the 5 girls he adopted, each one of them with their own wedding ring. They all got married. They all had a great life.
Oh.
It was great. So you win.
Yeah.
Or
This is gonna be like he takes the atom to the surface and it's a
yeah,
fantasy.
baby. Oh yeah.
Ultimate power.
Ultimate power. So same thing. We see the pods come up, but this time we see a plane flying in over. It's a U.S. plane as it flies in, trying to see what's going on. The pods open up, splicers jump out. They grab a hold of the plane, they take it over, and you rule the world with an iron fist of superhuman crazy people.
Hey, who knows how to do it better than you?
Yeah, who knows how to do it better than you? Yes, so that is the story of BioShock.
That's incredibly cool.
Mm-hmm. That's BioShock 1.
There's like 11 of them too, right?
There's 3. There's BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite.
Interesting. So is it like different underwater cities, or is it all the same city?
In BioShock 2, you are, I forget exactly what the character is, but basically you're a big daddy. You get to play as a big daddy.
A big daddy?
Uh-huh. And the main villain of the story is somebody who's trying to do exactly what Fontaine was doing. Which is like, I want to bring this to the world, to the surface, baby. Like, all the secrets, all the shit, all the stuff. I'm going to fling it back at these people. But she is a big sister.
Oh.
She's a little sister who grew up.
Oh.
Under Rapture. Not everybody got out.
So these are people who are still in Rapture.
Yeah, these are people who are still in Rapture. And she's like, no, I had to live through this. I was put through all of this. I'm going to do this to the world. They did this to me. I'm going to make them all suffer. They're all going to pay for this. And so she's like this super agile, like she's got her own suit that looks kind of like a Big Daddy's, but it's like way skinnier and like more svelte, and she's just everywhere.
It's hot.
And instead of having like a single one of those little guns, her whole arm, she has this big needle that she just like sticks in people and steals all the end. It's like, oh my god, it's terrifying. But you are her big daddy.
If you have a fear of needles, don't play this
game. Don't play this game. Don't play.
So
I mean, there's a lot of things.
So are you helping her take over the world, or
you're trying to stop her?
Oh, because you're like, I'm your big daddy, but this feels wrong now.
Yeah, kind of through the events of the story. I don't remember if it's told that you are her actual father.
Oh, shit.
And she was taken from you, and you entered this program to get her back.
Oh, shit.
And then it's like you forgot who you were, etc., but now you've got your memories back. Now you know what's going on. You're trying to find her. You're trying to save her. All this fun stuff. I think that's what the story is. But yeah, so it all takes place. It's a super cool idea.
That's a very fun idea.
I love the idea of just this underwater city that's like very steampunk-esque, where it's like, this is 1940s, 1950s. Like, the technology is crazy. Superpowers.
Right, superpower. We love a good superpower moment.
Real fun.
So, I do have a question for you, because you kind of glossed over this at the beginning a little bit. You said, obviously, this is a civilization where they can do whatever they want.
Yes.
You very specifically talked about, like, the arts and, like, plays and performances. Can we get some, trigger warning, possibly fucked up examples of what would go on in these plays and arts and, like, Because you said it's a free will to do whatever you want, so I can only assume that it's like fucked up, right?
Yeah, so the idea of torture as an art form was implemented a lot.
So it's like the Warhammer god. Is it Slanesh
It's
or
it's
is it?
Slaneshi kind of
Do I
stuff.
remember it?
Yes, good job. I'm so
Anyway,
proud of you.
sorry, I'm learning.
No, you're good. So yes, so there were like a lot of sexual stuff was put on to
Uh-huh.
performance, a lot of orgy kind of stuff, and then the performers were getting into some crazy stuff, drugs, excess in a lot of
Oh.
ways there, but it was also very much like you have to be perfect.
Oh.
So remember that doctor I told you about that was like cutting people up? He was like, they're perfect, they're perfect.
Yeah.
It's like a plastic surgeon nightmare.
Ooh.
Nobody wanted to look like they were old anymore.
Uh-huh.
Everybody had to be perfect, and everybody had to look exactly the way. So it was very much like a crazy social standing,
Uh-huh.
where if you were an actress, you had to get plastic surgery and stuff done, or else you wouldn't make it. It wouldn't look good. And so, but then it escalated to a point where it was impossible to look the way that they wanted you
Yeah.
to. Like the human body can't do that. Doesn't matter how perfect, quote unquote, you want to be.
I don't know. Ask some celebrities.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a lot of celebrities that are like,
I
yeah, I
drank
get
from
you. I
the
get
blood of
you.
16 virgins to get this beautiful skin.
I mean, for real though. But yeah, so like art and culture and stuff took a very, very dark turn in a lot of ways. And once again, keep in mind there's a shit ton of people in Rapture.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those back alley kind of things where, not back alley, but more like back room,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, do you want to see the actual performance? Like, oh,
Uh-huh.
do you want the VIP treatment? Do you want to see what's really
Uh-huh.
going on? And so you had these like crazy people that were getting these just weird performances and a bunch of really nasty backroom stuff happening. You remember like that musical, The Repo Man?
Yeah.
Think that, but actually happening. So like people singing and stuff while they carve people up was an actual like
Oh, that's not
thing
great.
in Rapture.
That's not
But
great.
also like art in general, like paintings and
Mhm.
stuff were crazy looking. Like
Uh-huh.
the Jackson Pollock paintings are nothing in compared to the things they were coming up with in Rapture. It was just like people on crazy psychedelic drugs that were just like, boom, look at my canvas, it's beautiful, and you're just
They
like,
did
what?
they did the type of interpretive art where they're like, this guy has been shooting up heroin for the past 3 weeks,
Yep.
and we're gonna witness him having an existential breakdown and panic attack as an
Yeah,
art
and that's art.
experience.
Yeah, exactly, that's art. Yeah. So it was like a lot of just really messed up stuff was happening to these people,
Yeah.
and there was no real laws against it.
Because I'm
So
assuming it was probably the working class that was like getting used
and
as,
exploited and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
exploited.
Well,
Like,
even then, like the actresses and actors and stuff that went down there that were like
uh-huh.
famous, they went down there, and you get addicted to Adam, you get addicted to
Uh-huh.
the plasmids, you start doing some fucked up shit.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
because your
also
mind's
like,
just slipping. It's a
yeah, yeah,
drug.
exactly. It's a super addictive drug too. So sometimes people would like, there was a big thing for fetishes, so like
Uh-huh.
burns and electricity and all kinds of stuff during things that were maybe not meant to be used that way.
So was that a mechanic in the game where it's like the more atom you use to do like superpower stuff, did it take like a toll on you? Was there like a sanity meter or
No.
something?
I don't think that they had the time to implement something like that. Like
That's
they kind,
fair.
and then in the second one, you're playing as an already genetically altered human.
Yeah,
So
so it's
you're just
not
like, yeah,
like,
I'm fine. I'm literally a walking tank. I'm fine.
oh,
I'm
like
fine.
I can do as much atom as I want
And
and
I'm
I'm gonna
good.
laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh about it. But yes, no, it was a drug. It was a really cool idea. I always like the idea when they kind of like, these people have superpowers, but it's for a genetic reason, like a sci-fi reason, not for a like, okay, he's got the powers of Zeus.
Yeah,
And you're like, okay, that's pure fantasy. You know, like you
right,
have the fantasy versus sci-fi, and I like it when they try and make it sound like it's potentially feasibly possible,
right,
especially with something like this where it's like, oh yeah, like this happened in the 1940s. Who knows? You know, like
right.
if there was just some ridiculously rich person back then that could afford to make a town like that or a city like that, that sounds almost realistic.
Yeah.
It's like some crazy wealthy dude was just like, you know what? Fuck everyone else. I have more money than God. I'm gonna go make this happen.
So I think something that this sounds like a very fun universe to have a D&D campaign in.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
Right?
Oh, it'd be
Where it's like
so
because
fun.
you could have the little sisters
Mm-hmm.
with a big daddy.
Big daddy.
You could have a play literally two characters where one's a little sister, another's a big daddy.
Oh my god. I would love to have a D&D campaign set before the fall of Rapture
Uh-huh.
and just talk about like the political climate. Like maybe one of the characters
Exactly.
is like one of Frank Fontaine's goons. Maybe
Right?
somebody is in with the higher ups for Andrew Ryan's stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like, you could really play around with the social climate. Maybe you have an up and coming like theater star that's addicted to Adam, and that would be really cool.
Well, that brings me to my next question: is if this was a D&D game that you played in, what character would you roll up?
Ooh, this because I think the way I would try to do the atom, like the plasmids,
Uh-huh.
is anyone can do it, and it does give you a permanent ability. So,
Okay.
like, if you take this electric plasmid,
Yeah.
you can cast lightning bolt once per day, or
Uh-huh.
something along those lines. And maybe if you get like a stronger version, you could like channel lightning or
Yeah.
chain lightning or something, or lightning storm, even if you get like crazy. But I would have to put some kind of penalty on it. Like
Yeah.
there has to be something that's not just blocking it other than money. It's got to be like, okay, if you take this, you have
It's a
to.
sanity meter.
Yeah, I think I would have to implement a sanity meter of some kind.
I understand this DM, but I ask you, what would if you were a player in this game? What type of character would you roll
I
up?
would love to play a mafioso like fighter thug guy,
Uh huh.
and his whole thing is that he has pyrokinesis. So I
I
think
love
it's
that.
literally that where he's like, yeah, doll, not a problem, and he'll like light his like cigar that he's got. He's like, who you need me to gun down? And it's like, whoa,
That's cool.
that would be so fun. I
That was
love that as
so
an idea
good.
so much because the way they always display it when you use pyrokinesis
Uh-huh.
is you snap your fingers and it like a big explosion of fire. But he would also be able to just like,
Yeah.
haha, light my cigarette. So I like the idea of like you toast, and then it's
That's
just like
good.
boom. But like talking with a mafioso voice would also be fun. He's got like a fucking Tommy gun.
I I think I would play a little sister,
Ooh.
but I would have it be a Beastmaster Ranger, and her animal companion is the Big Daddy.
Oh, that would be incredible.
So it's like, this is your companion, except instead of an animal, it would just be the Big Daddy.
Oh my gosh, what would his name be?
Uh, his name. Oh sure. Oh God, what would their names be? It's
His
just
name
Big
is
Daddy.
Bubbles.
This is Bubbles. It should just
It's
be.
Bubbles.
She'd just be insane.
Oh, absolutely, because it fucks with their mind.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. I like that would be that cause, like even what campaign would it be? Like would it be like an evil campaign? I think that's up to the people, right? Like that's up to the party
Right,
playing
because it also depends on if it's more of a role play heavier game or
Mhm.
versus like, because I feel like it'd probably be a good mix of both. But the question is, with the people you're playing with, are you guys all in a party? Are you in a team together, or are you? Is there discourse? Do you have different motives? Like, are you kind of against each other in certain ways? Because you can have the mafioso, but you can also have the dude over who, is underneath Ryan too,
Mhm.
and like they interact with each other,
Mhm.
and maybe it's like I'm being forced to work with you under circumstances for a specific situation,
Mhm.
but I don't necessarily like I always got eyes in the back of my head because I don't trust you. Sleep
Mhm.
with one eye open because you're working for this guy over here.
So everybody plays as Frank Fontaine mafiosos, but one of them is actually a mole for Andrew Ryan, and you don't tell anybody who it is.
That's good.
All right, with that, I think we're going to end it here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If you like the episode and would like to support us, please go check out our Patreon, where you get access to all kinds of fun perks, but one of them being that you get access to these episodes a whole week earlier. We do not hide anything behind a paywall. We try to keep everything available for everybody. But if you do like the page and want to support us, you get it a whole week earlier before it's released on YouTube or Spotify or any of the other platforms that you can watch this on or listen to it on. So, yes, thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye, travelers!